Everybody, welcome back to Wicked Good Sports. This is Power Play, hosted by Chris Uminski. Chris, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Brian. Hey, you got the name of the segment right this time.
I didn't even falter for a second. I forgot to introduce myself, but I think, we'll take it. One day we'll have everything right, but for today, as long as the segment's right, I think we'll count that as a win. Oh, man. All right, so lots to talk about on the show today. We have Bruins news on top of Bruins news. Chris, where would you like to start?
Well, so yesterday, NHL free agency began, which means that, everybody who's available can now join teams. So the Bruins made a couple of really interesting moves yesterday. So the first thing that happened is we traded one of our goalies. I think it was like our third string goalie, Dan Vladar. And we got to Calgary and we got some picks for him. But then we immediately followed that up with signing Linus Ullmark, who was a free agent from the Sabres, who is a veteran goalie.
Nice.
And all of that leaves up in the air what's going to happen with Tuukka Rask. We don't know what's going to happen with Tuukka Rask because he also had surgery yesterday. And he is out until February. So I love the Ullmark signing. He's a veteran who'll be good. Sounds like Jeremy Swayman is gonna be in the mix also. I love Swayman. I'd definitely rather Swayman than Vladar.
But a little bit of depth, if nothing else, to kind of future-proof
that was
in
the
case
name
Rask is out.
Yeah, that was the name of the game yesterday. Just all around was depth, depth, depth.
Well, hey, that sounds great. What next move are you most intrigued by?
So they signed Nick Foligno yesterday. He was a free agent, long-time captain rather, for the Columbus Blue Jackets. They signed him. Now he's a left winger, which I've said in the past I don't really see much of a need there for the Bruins, but now we're wondering, is he being put in to go on the third line, and are we going to trade Jake DeBrusk for somebody? Because there are lots of rumors going around that we might be trading Jake DeBrusk, probably for picks to clear up some cap space. Because Ullman's an expensive goalie. He's $5 million a year for 4 years, I think was the deal that he signed yesterday. But Nick Foligno, I'm interested to see how he fits with the Bruins, because he's definitely a Bruins type player. He gets kind of in your face. He's a physical player. He's big. So I think just with that style, he'll fit very well with the Bruins. The only concerns I had seen about him were, I guess there were some injury concerns. He was hurt for a little bit last year.
Right.
But it'll be interesting to see how that goes this year, I think.
So speaking of depth, any more additions you want to get into here?
Well, I mean, they made a couple of other signings too. They got Eric Holla. He's another forward for 2 years. Tomas Nosek also. The one big thing that they didn't really do was probably that. And is that we need defense. We're not signing any defensemen. I mean, I think the draft was last week. We traded for one of the newly drafted players with the Leafs, and we got a 6'5" defenseman. I don't know very much about him, but so far that's the only meaningful move I saw the Bruins make on defense. So I'm wondering where Don Sweeney's going to go from there. I mean, he's building up the offensive depth, which is great. I'm hoping that he uses some of that to maybe make other moves in the future.
Yeah, I mean, I guess at this point, is there any defenseman that's potentially available that you have your eye on that you'd like the Bruins to sign, or any move, even the trade? What are you thinking?
You know what? I was disappointed yesterday because there were a lot of rumors about Ryan Suter coming to the Bruins, that we were in on him. He ended up signing with the Devils, which I think he's going to rot there. I'm interested to see where they go with some of the players that they drafted. They drafted a couple of defensemen out of Sweden. I don't know a lot about them, but I'm interested to see how they develop them, and maybe how they're going to develop guys like Matt Grzelcyk, who and Charlie McAvoy. They need to. Those are our top two defensemen right now. I'd like to see them be developed a little more. Brandon Carlo, he's a halfway decent player, but he could definitely use a little more development. I hope that they give him more ice time and let him try to learn how to be a good defenseman, I guess.
Right.
I think like the biggest thing they're going to have to do is just work with the players that they have and try to get them in a spot where we can have a solid first and second line defense, and then throw a couple of rookies on the third and fourth line.
Yeah, so I guess the big question after all the moves this week, do you think they've put themselves in a better position to succeed going into the next season? Or do you want to see them make some more?
There are a couple more moves I'd like to see them make. We're all waiting for them to sign David Krejci, who paired so well with Taylor Hall on that second line. But other than that, I think we're in a pretty solid position for next year. I love the goalie moves that Don Sweeney made. Swayman and Olmark are going to make a great tandem, I think. It'll be interesting to see who gets the starting job between this ace of a rookie, Jeremy Swayman, and the proven veteran, Linus Olmark.
Right. All right. Well, any other Bruins news you want to talk about?
Not really a whole lot of Bruins news. There's so much going on around the league. Like I said, the draft was last week. There's gonna be a lot happening this week, and I'm excited to follow it. I'm excited to cover it for you.
Yes, very excited for that.
And it'll be interesting to see how the rest of this off season goes.
Awesome.
And I think we're positioned for success right now.
Okay, that's what I'm sure all the viewers want to hear. It's certainly what I want to hear. So we'll take that. Chris, where can they find you online?
So, as I say, I'm on Twitter, Chris_Uminski. I'm always tweeting about hockey and various other sports. You can find me on Facebook too, Chris Uminski. And yeah, those are going to be the best places to reach me at.
All right, go follow him there. If you're a Cubs fan, you guys can commiserate, as we were talking before the episode. You can follow me on Twitter at @theFakeBMar. That's BMARR. The channel is Wicked Good Sports. Our main channel, which is like more of a comedy sketch comedy channel, is Wicked Good Everything. Then we have our podcast channel, Better Radio. You can follow all the channels on Twitter at Wicked Good Sport, at WG Everything, on Instagram at Wicked Good Everything, at Twitch at twitch.tv/Wicked Good Everything. And follow us on TikTok, search Wicked Good Everything. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you in the next one.